So I just wanted to do a couple of little exercises actually with the bow. So if you have your bow and just have your little pretend mouse under your palm, and if you pop the bow so that it's so you're holding it in the middle with your left hand, not the hair, but just so that it doesn't fall down, and you've got your left hand, and it's nice and straight. You see, I'm doing this with two hands now, so it's nice and straight. And we're just going to tuck your thumb in that little U shape, and perhaps two fingers the other side, opposite the thumb. And I tend to put them sideways onto the frog. That's how I play. My forefinger's a little bit bent up, and my pinky is hovering around. It does a lot of hovering, my pinky. Sometimes it pivots and balances, and other times it supports. Has a few different roles. Now what I want you to do though is I want you to use just your forefinger and your thumb, and none of the other fingers, okay? And then I just want you to play as straight a note as you can. Now look, I would never play like this, but you can feel how gently you need to hold, because if you start pushing in, everything goes haywire. Now that gentle pressure or support, that support that I have on from the bow to my second finger, that's the support that you need even when you've got all your other fingers down. Okay? So just understanding that that's what you do is really interesting. So now you've got your thumb on the U and you've got your forefinger there, and I want you to put your third finger on the side of the frog, but I want all fingers bent. So now you're just using three fingers, so you've got your pinky in the air like an English person drinking a cup of tea, or British person, and your fourth finger is also waggling about, not doing very much. So now we've got three fingers of support, and I would like you to do the same thing. Now you see, if you start squeezing, it doesn't work. You have to be really light. Do you see? It's quite remarkable, isn't it? And now you can put down your fourth finger, but keep your pinky up, and we can do the same sort of thing. And you can do this till you're blue in the face. Do it until you get a decent sound. Really, you can change strings if you like. Really understand about these our straight strings and how we get that. Play all the strings. I was using the D because we're using the D mostly in our Suzuki at the moment. And then the deep blue C, just rather my favourite. Oh, now you'll notice actually that if you push in, you make a very almost a sort of bizarre staccato-y sound. Now there is opportunity to use that stroke, later on. But I want, for this exercise, I just want a really light, smooth transition from your thigh, really past your thigh and up towards the body of the instrument. Now that you understand about, not squeezing and things, I hope you weren't squeezing, you can start to engage the pinky. And by now, because you've understood balance and you've been doing all these rather wonderful exercises, you should really do these every day. It's a shortcut to success, again, because people take about 6 years to learn how to hold a cello bow properly. It's a very, very long time. And one day a penny will drop. But if you do these exercises early days, it's going to drop a bit sooner. Okay? So that's it for today. We got 2 classes in today. So let me just have a little look and tell you what we're going to do tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow we're going to be doing something called first position, which we've sort of done already, really, in the Suzuki book. And we're going to it looks like we've got a bit of a scale. Yeah, we've got a scale. I love scales. So we'll definitely be working with the drone then, okay? So I'm going to do a bit of music therapy as well in a minute, just talking really about how to use music to make you feel happier and more content and get you through this miserable winter in lockdown. So that's it. Go pop along to the site and the podcast, taleteller.club. Go to the podcast page. It's all free. You don't have to pay for anything. And you can join in not just with lessons, you can also join in with my other programs. We've got all sorts of things on, lots of music, obviously, and lots of wonderful, wonderful audiobooks, which I'm going to go and find something. We're actually uploading the Quran at the moment, and we were doing the Bible yesterday. We do a lot of, we're non-denominational, so we're trying to upload as broad a range of wonderful, wonderful literature that's available to us as is possible. So, there we go. I'll be back tomorrow.